Το βαθμό ενίσχυσης των διμερών σχέσεων της Πολωνίας με την Κύπρο αξιολογεί η πρέσβειρα της χώρας στην Λευκοσία σε συνέντευξη στη Διευθύντρια Ειδήσεων του ΑΝΤ1 η συνέντευξη παραχωρήθηκε στον απόϊχο της επίσκεψης της Προέδρου της Κάτω Βουλής της Πολωνίας, της δεύτερης υψηλού επίπεδου επίσκεψης που πραγματοποίησε Πολωνός κρατικός αξιωματούχος στην Κύπρο σε διάστημα 2 χρόνων και εν ώψη της ολοκλήρωσης της θητείας της πρέσβειρας της Πολωνίας στη Λευκοσία εντός του καλοκαιριού.
Madam Ambassador, welcome at ΑΝΤ1. Thank you for this interview. It's an interview that comes after the visit of the Marshal of Shem of Poland, the President of the Polish Parliament. This was yet another high-level visit in Nicosia during your term as ambassador. And I'd like your comment on the bilateral relations between Poland and Cyprus after these high-level visits.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much again for having me this afternoon. This visit, in fact, was a very important one too, because that was the second high-level, as you mentioned, visit to Cyprus. I was, I must say, the lucky ambassador to have the 2 visits like this, because as you know, in October 2021, we had the President of the Republic of Poland, Mr. Andrzej Duda, to visit Poland with the spouse. And now it's the second person, because the Marshal of the Sejm of the Republic of Poland, Mrs. Elżbieta Witek, is the second person in precedence. So in terms of parliamentary relations, parliamentary dialogue, for me it was crucial to be able to organize this visit, which really put the levels of the cooperation into the highest possible. And I'm glad, and I hope that this will even continue more in everyday life, but it just focused and underlined how important our relations are for each other, for Poland and Cyprus.
What were the main subjects on the agenda of this visit that do affect the bilateral relations, but also the common goals of Cyprus and Poland within the EU?
That visit from the parliamentary point of view, as I mentioned, was very important, but interestingly enough, that visit really in fact started in Poland, because the President of the House of Representatives, Her Excellency Madam Anita Demetriou, was in Poland a few months after the outbreak of the war in Ukraine. And the issue of the war refugees, of the reception centers, and of the whole situation that we encountered in Poland after the aggression started was very close to her, and that's how the 2 ladies in fact got to know each other. I could say they became friends by now. And the issue of the war in Ukraine and the help for the refugees in Poland, as well as the issue of migration here, became, if not the main, but one of the main topics. Of course, then the parliamentary exchange of the visits, Madam Witek was received by different important persons here. She was also welcomed by the Archbishop, which is a very important part of her visit, but she was also able to witness and see with her own eyes the situation here with the ceasefire line, because she had a visit at the ceasefire line, and she said that it was very, very important for her to see and to become once more aware of the division of Cyprus.
Okay, this May, with the celebrations for your National Day, marks actually the beginning of the end for your term in Cyprus.
Yes.
I would like you to comment on what were your goals when this term began, and how you see them fulfilled or not?
Yes, when I was coming here 5 years ago, in fact in September it will be 5 years, it seemed it was a big challenge for me as a first time being an ambassador. And first of all, I really wanted to increase the level of the relationships and the exchange of contacts on the bilateral basis, because as we mentioned, the visit of the President, the last one was 16 years ago, and of the Head of Parliament 14 years ago, and I thought that is much too long. And I managed. That was my main aim. But the second one was to be more in contact with the Polish community all over Cyprus, in different cities. So I was not only sitting here in Nicosia, but I tried to see my Polish people in Paphos, in Limassol, in Larnaca, in other places. So we were together. And I think that we managed to create this special link that will be in the next years for my successor to continue and to cherish the time together with the Polish people living in Cyprus.
What was it you expected when you were coming to Cyprus? What did you know? What did you find here? Was it much different from what you thought?
No, I think it seems to me I was quite well prepared, but of course I must say that what surprised me, even again being in a Mediterranean country, but what I really like and appreciate is the warmth and hospitality of the Cypriot people, the way I could work with different ministries, institutions, business, and the people I met over these 5 years have just proved that it is, you know, the contact, the person-to-person contact is the most valuable one. And
you also took initiatives in many fields here in Cyprus.
Yes, because of course apart from the political dialogue, economic issues, we were trying to promote, for example, traveling to Poland, to take you Cypriots to visit our beautiful country. We had seminars on digital issues, on innovation, startups, cybersecurity. We were taking part, for example, in the Travel Expo, promoting again the context in tourism. We had concerts, exhibitions, even though, you know, with COVID time it was quite difficult, but then we had many VTCs, and that has been a very busy time.
Okay, and what are those valuables that you take with you when you leave Cyprus?
Well, one would say that apart from that hospitality that I mentioned, and the smell of the oranges, lemons, you know, olives, the beautiful island that you are having, and I will have this image once again. That's what I mentioned in the beginning, the image of a divided island, still occupied. And I believe that one day when I come back, I would be really happy and pleased to see that it is united. And I haven't seen it, haven't managed to see it in my tenure here, but I wish all the best for Cyprus in this matter, for the peace process, for the negotiations, for the both sides to be united and together.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.